skeletal system. The human skeletal system is the body system composed of cartilages, ligaments, and other tissues that perform essential functions for the human body. The skeleton acts as a scaffold by providing support, movement, and protection for the soft tissues that make up the rest of the body. Here, in the following video, we are going to explain about the function, location, and classification of 42 major bones.
The frontal bone is located in front of the skull, above the nasal bones and in front of the parietal bones which forms the side of the skull. The main function of the frontal bone are protection of the brain and support of the face. The classification of frontal bone are sinus, orbits and skull base. The importance of frontal bone is one of the 8 bones that together form the cranium, otherwise known as the protective case of the brain. This is the structure of the frontal bone.
Occipital bone. Occipital bone is a trapezoidal skull bone that contributes the posterior inferior part of the cranial wallet. It is a rough figure that showing the position of the occipital bone. Occipital bone is situated back of the head. It forms the back and back part of the base of the cranium and the part that encloses the brain. This part is where the brain is enclosed. And the importance of the occipital bone. The importance of the occipital bone is that it protects the brain. It also protects the brain's visual processing center. And also it connects the pathway from the brain to the spine. It is the figure that showing the position of the occipital bone.
Sphenoid bone. Location. Sphenoid bone is an unpaired bone. It sits anteriorly in the cranium and contributes to the middle cranial fossa, the lateral wall of the skull, and the floor and sides of both orbits. Function. Sphenoid bone has many essential functions. It helps to form base and lateral sides of the skull in combination with orbital floor. Its many articulation with the bones give the skull rigidity.
Ethmoid bone. The ethmoid bone is one of the 8 bones of the cranium. It is located at the roof of the nasal cavity between the eyes. It helps to form the walls of the eye socket and orbital cavity as well as the roof, sides and interior of the nasal cavity. Then the ethmoid bone is divided into 3 parts as shown in the figure. First part is cribriform plate, the orbital plate and the perpendicular plate. This forms the ethmoid bone. Then the importance of the ethmoid bone, it is important as the olfactory fibers pass through which helps us to smell things.
Parietal bone is located at the posterior end of skull near to the midline top of the head, like this. It is quadrilateral in shape. It has 4 angles, 4 borders and 2 surfaces externally convex and internally concave. The parietal bone is meet at the middle line, forms a sagittal suture. It helps for the protection of brain and give the shape for the head.
The temporal bones are situated at the sides and base of the skull and lateral to the temporal lobes of the cerebral cortex.
The mandible bone is the largest bone in the human skull, which is located inferior to the maxilla. It holds the lower teeth in place. It assists the mastification and forms the lower jawline. The mandible bone is composed of the body and the ramus.
Maxial bone. The maxial bone is the bone that forms your upper jaw. The right and left halves of maxill are irregular shaped bones that fuse together in the middle of the skull, below the nose, in the area known as intermaxillary sutures. The maxilla is a major bone of the face. It provides a critical bone structure to the skull and defense in the face. in the upper teeth and forms a portion of jaw. The maxillae is necessary for the process of mastication and speaking.
Zygomatic bone. Zygomatic bone is located below the eye socket at the widest part of the cheek. It functions as a structure which joins the bones of the face, protecting the veins, arteries, and the nerves.
Nasal bone located at this location. The nasal bone are two small oblong bones varying in size and form in different individuals. They are placed side by side and the middle and upper part of the face and form by their junction the bridge of the nose. Function as the hardest part of the nasal cavity. The nasal bone protects the arterial and nervous and form damage since the nasal bone are the strongest part of the nose. Not only does it house arterial and nervous, but it is also supported.
The lacrimal bones are small, flat craniofacial bones located in the eye socket. These rectangular bones consist of two surfaces, one facing the nose and other facing the eye.
Palatine bone is a paired L-shaped facial bone. It lies between the maxilla and sphenoid bone. It helps for the formation of nasal and oral cavity, the roof of mouth, and lower part of eye socket.
This is the femur bone. It is located here. This is the femur bone. Femur bone is a thin trapezoid shaped plate that lies in the midline and part of the nasal spectrum. Its main function to help and supported the nasal passages and face. It's made a cartilages and part of the several and other nasal bones.
Inferior nasal concha is one of the three paired nasal concha in the nose. It extends horizontally along the lateral wall of the nasal cavity and consists of a lamina of spongy bone curled upon itself like a scroll. The inferior nasal concha are considered a pair of facial bones. It helps to filter, humidify, and warm the air that we breathe, preventing cold air from reaching the lungs. The nasal concha are able to accomplish this by increasing the surface area of nasal cavities.
This U-shaped bone is situated at the root of the tongue, in the front of the neck and between the lower jaw and the largest cartilage of the larynx or voice box. The primary function of the hyoid bone is to serve as an attachment structure for the tongue and for muscle in the floor of an oral cavity.
Malleus bone. The malleus, also known as the hammer or mallet, is the largest of three small bones in the middle ear. The malleus function with the other bones to transmit vibration from the eardrum to the inner ear.
Incus. It is the central of the three small bones that are present in the middle ear. It is the second of the ossicle, the three bones in the middle ear which act to transmit sound. It is shaped like an anvil, which is why it is widely used as the alternative of the incus bone. It has long and short crest which articulates with the malleus. The short crest is located at the posterior ligaments of the incus body. The long and short crests are extended from the body of the incus. The incus is the connection between malleus and stapes. The incus transmits vibrations from malleus and stapes then to the middle ear.
Stapes. Location. The stapes in the middle ear is the smallest named bone in the human body. This bone is one of the three in the middle ear, collectively known as the ossicle. Importance. The stapes bone is essentially to our ability to hear sounds, vibrate the tympanic membrane, and travel through all the three bones of the middle ear, malleus, inus, and stapes. Its function is transmit sound vibration from the inus, another little bone into the middle ear to the oval window suggested to the inner ear. The stapes is the smallest bone in the body.
Vertebral column. It is the central axis of the skeleton in all vertebrates. It is also known as spinal column. The major function of the vertebral column is the protection of spinal cord. In humans, the vertebral column is usually consists of 33 vertebrates placed in series and connected by ligaments and intervertebral disc. Usually there are 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral and 4 coccygeal vertebrates. The vertebral column provides the attachment of muscles, support the trunk, protect the spinal cord and nerve roots, and serves as the site of hemopoiesis.
Thorax bone. Thorax bone is situated at the central part of the chest. It can be split into 3.
Sternum, costal cartilages, ribs. The ribs consists of 12 paired bones which function to protect internal thoracic organs.
Your thorax is an important structure. The bones and ligaments protecting the vital internal organs underneath. The nerves from the thorax supply the abdominal muscles. These muscles protect our lower back and abdominal nerves.
Sternum. Sternum is located in a middle part of the chest. Sternum. You have a sternum is a bone that is located in a middle end of your chest and also sometimes reflects to the chest bone. If you have sternum, protect the organs of your toes and the injury, and also several and a connection in a point and other bones and muscles.
Clavicle. Clavicle is a bone. It is located between the ribcage and the shoulder. Its function is to strut the support to the shoulder. Clavicle is also called as collarbone.
Scapula. Scapula is an important bone function of the shoulder joint. The scapula is located in the upper thoracic region and dorsal surface of the ribcage. The scapula is a large triangular flat bone. It engages 6 types of motions, which movements including protraction, retraction, upward direction, downward direction, elevation, depression. The movement and ligament attachment and fixation of shoulder joint. The functions of the scapula.
Humerus bone. The humerus bone is the bone in your upper arm. It's located between your elbow and your shoulder and consists of several parts that allow it to move freely in different direction. Your humerus has important function relation to both movement and support.
Ulna. It is bone. The blue color indicates the ulnar bone. The ulnar bone is located in the medial forearm. It is the larger of the 2 ulnar bones. The main function of the ulnar bone, along with radius, is to assist rotation. This rotation allows the maximal function of the wrist and hand.
Radius bone. The radius bone is one of the 2 largest bones of the forearm. It extends from the lateral side of the elbow to the thumb side of the wrist. The radius bone is thicker and it is considered to be the largest of the 2 bones. It is a part of the 2 joints, the elbow and the wrist. The main bone of the forearm, also known as the radical bone.
The topic of discussion: carpal bones. The carpal bones are the bones of the wrist that connect the distal aspects of the radial and ulnar bone of the forearm to the base of the metacarpal bone of the hand. Location: wrist. A set of 8 irregularly shaped bones that in the wrist. Functions: allow the wrist to move and rotate vertically. Importance: the mobility of individual carpal bone increase the freedom of movement at the wrist. Classification: they are classified into 3 longitudinal columns: radial scaphoid column, lunate column, ulnar bilateral column.
The metacarpal bones are 5 long bones of the hand between the carpal bones and the proximal phalanges of the hand that makes up most of the plant.
Phalanges bone. This is diagram of the phalanges. Distal, middle, proximal. This joint is a distal interphalangeal joint. This joint is a middle interphalangeal joint. This joint is a metacarpal joint. Each finger has a 3 phalanges joint. Distal, middle, proximal. This is a distal interphalangeal joint. This joint is a middle interphalangeal joint. This is a proximal phalangeal joint. Thumb has only 2 phalanges, distal, proximal. Functions of the phalanges joint. Phalanges are the bones of the fingers. Thumb has a proximal and a distal phalanx. The rest of the digits have a proximal, middle and a distal phalanges. Functions of the phalanges bones. Phalanges plays vital role in the movement flexibles and a flexibility of the digits as well as a wall hands. These bones allow has a flex and a fold. The fingers daily activities, the using of the phone typing, eating and so on. Phalanges is also creates and the secretions of the various muscles that helps the fluctuations of the fingers and the hands. Classifications of the phalanges joints. Long bones are the found in the arms and legs as well as the fingers, toes. The long bones functions as levers. The move the entire muscles of the contract. Structures of the phalanges joint. Long bones, proximal base, body and distal head. This is phalanges of the bone.
Pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle is formed by a single bone, the hip bone, which serves as the attachment point for each lower limbs. Each hip bone in turn is firmly joined to the axial skeleton via its attachment to the sacrum of the vertebral column. This is pelvic girdle and its structure is ring bony-like structure, and its important is locomotion, means movement, and childbirth. It helps to childbirth as the human neonate must pass through the birth canal, and it supports to abdominal column, abdominal organs.
Pelvic girdle sacrum. The pelvic girdle is formed by a single hip bone. The sacrum is located at the bottom of the spine and lies between the fifth segment of the lumbar spine and the coccyx. The sacrum is a triangular shaped bone and consists of 5 segments that are fused together. The sacrum is a large bone. It is located at the terminal part of the vertebral canal where it forms the posterior axis of the pelvis. It is remarkably thick, which aids in supporting and transmitting the weight of the body.
Femur bone. Femur bone is the longest, heaviest, strongest bone in the human skeleton. It is also known as thigh bone. It locates at the large upper leg bone that connects to the lower leg bone at the pelvic bone. The function of the femur bone is allowing the motion of the leg and bearing the weight of the body.
Fibula. Fibula bone is located below the knee joint. The fibula is long thin lateral bone of the ankle joint. The fibula main function is to combine with the tibia and provide more stability to the ankle joint. It runs parallel to the tibia.
Tibia bone is located in the lower leg. The primary function of the tibia is to accept and distribute weight across the knee and to the ankle. Classification of the tibia is categorized as a long bone and is such composed of a diaphysis and 2 epiphyses. The diaphysis is the midsection of the tibia, also known as the shaft or body. Importance of the tibia is the larger of the 2 bones. It supports most of our weight and is an important part of both the knee joint and the ankle joint. The tibia is the largest bone in our lower leg. Tibia shaft fractures occur along the length of the bone.
Patella bone is also known as the kneecap, which is a flat, rounded, triangular bone which articulates with the femur. It is located in front of the knee joint. That is why it is termed as kneecap. It is the largest sesamoid bone in the human body and lies within the quadracep tendon. The primary functions are knee extension and protection. It covers and protects the knee joint from damages.
Tarsal bone set. They are consist of 7 short bones located at the proximal region of the foot. They are arranged in proximal and distal rows. Calcaneus bone, the largest bone of the tarsal bone that projects posterior heels. The functions of a tarsal bones. In humans, the tarsal bones consist combination with metatarsal bones, which a foot arc, a shaped carrying transforming weight. Bipedal locomotion in humans. The ankle, there are 7 tarsal bones.
The metatarsal bones are a group of few long bones in the foot located between the tarsal bones are human. The few metatarsal arches along the inner and lower sides of the foot. The first metatarsal is enlarged and strengthened for its weight breathing function, the standing of walking onto the feet.
Phalanges are long bones in the foot located distal to the metatarsals. Like in the hand, each toe consists of 3 phalanges which are named the proximal, middle and distal phalanges. The great toe only has 2 phalanges, a proximal and a distal one. Occasionally there are only 2 phalanges in the little toe. The phalanges consist of a proximal base, a shaft and a distal head. The bones of the foot provides mechanical support for the soft tissue, helping the tissue withstand the weight of the body whilst standing and in motion.
Manubrium. Manubrium is the most superior position of the sternum. Its inferiorly manubrium articulates within the body of the sternum, forming the sternal angle. It can be felt as a transverse ridge of the bone on anterior axis of the sternum. Location. The manubrium is a broad upper part of the sternum. It has granular shape, narrowing of tip, which gives us 4 borders. The subtarsal notch is located in the middle of the upper broadest part of the manubrium.
The lumbar vertebrae consist of 5 individual cylindrical bones that form the spine in the lower back. These vertebrae carry all the upper body's weight while providing flexibility and movement to the trunk region. They also protect the delicate spinal cord and nerves within the vertebral canal. The lumbar vertebrae are stacked to form a continuous column in order from superior to inferior. Superior means first lumbar vertebrae or L1. Inferior means fifth lumbar vertebrae or L5. Together, they create a concave lumbar curvature.